All right, so now we'll first try to we'll first talk about a little bit about the syllabus and also the grading policy and schedule, and all of these are online. If you go to pause in the content section, you pretty much will see all of the details of these. Let me open something, some of these from here. Okay, so in the syllabus we have, we try to give you a little description of the class. This class is basically designed to improve your math skill that you will need pretty much in every single engineering major. Okay, some very basics of, and some additional math that you also need in only in engineering, like understanding the units, and conversions, different sort of techniques for converting between units, and also sort of scientific notations, representations of engineering notation, and at the end we'll talk about a little bit about the algebra, something about solving equations, and also something from trig. Okay. So this is like a mix of different things coming from different places together, and there is a textbook of this class for this class. So we have the information here as well in the syllabus in the first page, which is actually the number 1, but the number 2 we have a supplement text which you don't need to buy, so you just need the number 1. Okay, and number 3 we have we all need a calculator for this class. You don't need the most fancy one. It might be a basic scientific calculator is okay. Okay, and if you are in some math class maybe, so what do you buy? The TI series calculator, the TI 83 or 84, that also works. Okay, but the basic one will also work. The scientific basic scientific calculator. I would not say you require to, but I think after chapter 1 or 2 you might feel that you need the book or not, because book has some additional example and exercise, but this class will have a lecture on the chapter. So pretty much for the lecture we'll have a PowerPoint, and then also once we are done with the lecture, all the lectures are also recorded as a video file. So if you want, anytime you go back to these lectures, whatever we are having here, so you'll see this, whatever you see here with the voice in the background, you can listen to the lecture, and I'll show you how. And also after the lecture we'll have quizzes, meaning the homeworks. Okay, and the part of the homework we try to do it here, since we might have some time, we'll do it here, otherwise you'll do it at home, but the homeworks are open and you can try it again and again. You know what I'm saying? So
all our work is online?
this is not an online class, but all the homeworks and the test are in computer. Okay, but remember, this is not an online class. You have to be in the class. You still will be working outside of the class, because all the homework, because it is a hybrid class. The expectation is that like 50% of the class will be outside, meaning you will be doing your homework at home, and you can also do it here if we have some time. That's in pause. So you don't need any other website. You don't have to buy or purchase any sort of code. This is everything in pause. Okay, so you don't need anything extra. And let's see, we also have the grading policy. Let's see, I think I can open it from. Okay, in the grading policy, I tried to give you some information about, my contact and all the information, and then these are some deadlines or dates like holidays, and then we'll have 3 tests in this class. Okay, 2 class tests and 1 final, of course. So I tried to give you the dates in advance. So we have all the dates right now. September 25 is the first. I think that's the first test, which is test 1, and then October 23rd we have our second test, And I also mentioned which chapter we'll be having for the test, will be covered by the test. And also the final is a comprehensive test. So that's pretty much will cover everything whatever we talked from the day one. Okay, and that will be on December 4. That's also a Friday, but the time is a little bit different. So make sure you notice the time. It's a little bit different because the final schedule is basically published by the college. Okay, so even if the class is at 8 o'clock, the final is a little bit different than our starting time. So make sure you notice this one. And let's see, this is the mark distribution and the gradings. I think we'll go by the standard college grading, but distribution, we have 2 tests and 1 final. So and then we have plenty of homeworks because we'll have homework for each chapter, and all homeworks are in pause. So all the homeworks will have 25% together. Okay, and each of the tests will have 25% each. That's a very simple because we have 2 tests, 1 final. So 25% each, and then we have all the homeworks. That's 25%.
Are there going to be any other quizzes?
No. So it's just the test and the homework. Okay. So and I also will let you read all the details here, but I'm just touching all the highlighting part. And now another important doc we have here is the schedule. I'll also give you hard copy because this is one, and we should pretty much and then that the last is actually on November 20th, which is a little bit earlier than other semesters because that's probably we'll have the last Friday we'll have for this semester, because after that we'll not have any more Friday because the next Friday is the Thanksgiving. So technically we'll be done even before the Thanksgiving. Okay, because that's just 1 week before the Thanksgiving. We'll have our last class for this section. Okay? And then after the Thanksgiving, you will just come for another class, which will be the final exam. Okay? So we'll be pretty much done on November 20th. And this is the schedule. That's the same copy I'm giving you. So make sure you keep the copy with you so that you can follow this one. We probably ran out of ink a little bit, so some of the print pages are not well printed here. Okay. Any question about the schedule? Okay. Now this is all about the most important information we have here. And again, if you go to pause under the contents, you will see all the details and all the lectures. Before we think that's why we will not follow exactly the sequence of the book. We might be following a different sequence, which you will see in the lectures here. Okay, I'm saying in the schedules here. And as I said, that all of the lecture for this class is recorded with the voice, so you can anytime listen, go back, and in case you miss a class, you can always go here and listen. Okay, let me show you how. If you go to pause, okay, if you go to pause and go to the course tools here, click the course tools, you'll see a link here called Tegrity. If you click the Tegrity, it will open up a different window, which will basically have all the lectures recorded for this class. You might see plenty of lectures here right now. You might be wondering what are these lectures, because we're just having our first class today. These lectures are actually from the last semesters, okay? Meaning not last, all the previous semesters. So it has all the dates, so you can see where the lectures are coming. It's almost all the lectures are given by me. So in case you want to go ahead, you can always listen to these lectures because these are the same lectures with the same, I'm saying with the voice in the background. So you have all the dates, and you also have the name of the chapter, so you know exactly which chapter is the next chapter. Let's say in case you want to go ahead and let's say you know that, okay, let's say next week we'll have the chapter 10, and you want to just listen the lecture ahead of time, you can always go here and listen, okay? And the good news is, in addition to everything here, this software, this is a software called Tegrity. This software has a free app available for all Android and Mac devices, meaning iPhone, iPad, notepad, tablet, cell phone, desktop, laptop, everything, you have the app, okay? If you type in Tegrity, okay, you'll get the app. That's free. If you install it, just for the first time, you have to register it. Just to do the registration, all you need to do is just go to here, My Account. If you click the My Account, okay, it will open up a window where you can find a code. Click the Generate Code just once. Once you click it, you will see a code. This is not your code, but you will have an individualized code, a different one. Just enter the code first time, and you will be registered. Now, once you register, that's just one time. If you register, once we have a lecture here, after 15 minutes of this lecture is over, you will see the lecture in your cell phone or iPad or tab, and you can listen to the lecture from anywhere, okay? And these lectures are also searchable, meaning, let's say you want to know about, let's say a fraction, okay? So instead of going to every single lecture and trying to find where we discussed about the fraction, right? You probably don't know where we discussed, right? So what you can do is go to the search window and then type in fraction, so, and then click. So it will actually, instead of having a whole video, it will actually give you the list of all the slides where we talked about the fraction. So that means instead of listening a 40-minute lecture, you will be able to listen only one single slide, which is like 2 minutes or 3 minutes, where we talked about the fraction. This is really good because you don't have to find and keep finding the videos, because video files are bigger, right? Like 1 hour, like 40 minutes, so you don't have to listen to everything. Okay? But the bad news is, in case you miss the class, okay? For example, you miss the class and you come back, and if you tell us, oh, I was not here, that is not valid in this class. Because even if you are not here, we'll be assuming you are always listening to the lecture. Because you can always listen to the lecture, okay? And then you can listen from any device. So here, all the details of homework, then you will know it. And also we have this what we're going to cover even if you're not here, okay? So that's the bad news. Okay, now, so here is our first lecture for today. So we'll be just going over the chapter 1, which is probably the most easy chapter for us. So let's open this one so you'll see all the PowerPoint here. Let me stop the syllabus.